Okay, so yeah, this is my Gebura guide. I'm gonna be showing off most of her moves and give some like general tips for like preparation and well, actually beating the boss. Okay, to start off, I'll give some like basic prerequisites. So firstly, just don't even try to solo this boss unless you are like really, really, really good at this game, or I guess just have like a really busted build. I would not even try to solo this boss. It's like beyond hell. Okay. So secondly, I would try to, obviously you need like a grade 1 build. I would not do it with grade 2. The extra 40 HP really matters. And I would try making it at least somewhat good and probably have, well, this is a personal preference. I would try to have like a status effect because something like bleed or burn can do like a lot of damage to Gebura. And then third, I would make sure to bring a K-Corp ampule. You can bring some extra healing, but this is really important. You can buy them either at the vending machine in testing or like from the guy in like at the table in Sentenza. You can only use one of these per life. If you use multiple, you will like die, so don't do that. But it gives like 150 HP. It can be really nice if you need like a just quick reboot during the fight because well, obviously you don't want to wipe. Also, I forgot to mention this, but this is also just like a personal thing I like to do, but it can be very helpful for you. I would make sure to like, well, not make sure, but if you want to, I would bring like a counter move like dodge and strike as the simplest or any of the other ones because it can be really useful if you whiff your parry and just getting out of a sticky situation. Okay, so now moving on to her moves. I'll show you like each of them and like me or one of my friends parrying them. Also, keep in mind a lot of these moves, excluding a few like Onrush, will have iframes. So if you try to swing through it, it will just hit you. And trust me, she does a lot more damage than you do to her. Also, a quick side note on the Trello, it does say Gebura can use goodbye, but I've never personally seen it, so I won't really be going over it in this video. But just watch out, she might be using that. Okay, so firstly is Onrush, which can be confusing, but it's mostly one of her easier moves. She kind of just rushes forward at you, and you want to just parry as she's reaching you, or you can kind of just like swing through her if she is like walking up to you and you have a longer weapon. And then lastly, you can also just counter this move. So yeah. Second up is her like level slash move, which is kind of just like a double slash. She swings one direction and then back the other. If you parry the first of these two, it will cancel the second one, and you could just want to parry as she's kind of swinging. Also, this move does inflict bleed, so watch out for that. Okay, so third is her Upstanding Slash, where she swings like horizontally and then like downwards upon you. This move is much quicker in my experience, and it's pretty hard to parry. But once again, you just want to watch out for when she swings, and you should be able to parry it if you react quick enough. And also, this move also inflicts bleed. So fourth up is Spear, where she kind of just stabs forward 3 times. If the first hits, then it'll do the second and the third. You just want to parry as you see her kind of like push and stab forward, and then you won't have to worry about the second and third one. So fifth up, probably her scariest in her first phase and just hardest to deal with, is Greater Split Vertical. This move will do a ton. Like it did like a bar to me with like 0.7 or 0.8 slash resistance. And so it has iframes. So if you try M1ing through it, it will just still hit you. And she'll mostly use this while like approaching you or like dashing behind you. And you just want to try to dodge it or parry it. I would only dodge if she's approaching while doing it. If she dashes around you, you're going to just have to parry. This move will not clash with other moves, so do not try to do that. And it is not counterable, which I learned the hard way. Okay, so once you get her to about 25% HP, she will then pop her ego regen, which regens her to about half, and gives her 2 even scarier moves. The first of these 2 moves being Greater Split Horizontal, which is her new scariest move in her kit. It's pretty much just a like wide and scarier Greater Split Vertical. It's kind of what it sounds like. And then her second move, which I've only ever seen once before, is Hello, where she turns her like sword into a mace and then just swings a couple times at you. I haven't had to parry this myself because she's literally like never used this move on me. But I'm sure you kind of just parry as she like swings the first mace hit at you. And I'm sure a lot of these moves you can parry like the second hit of, like for like level slash, or for spear, or for most of the multi-hit ones, you can just parry the like second or third if you do get hit by the first. Okay, so now that we've gone over her moves, I'll kind of just go over her like play style and just some like general tips that I have for her that I've learned. Well, firstly, obviously, she does like a lot of dashing and will often just dash around you and like dash around in between moves. Like she'll hit you, dash around you, and hit you again. Um, and you want to make sure like my first tip for this is you want to make sure she like is fully reaching you with her dash, because I've literally had this boss parry bait me before by like swinging the air as she dashes and then dashing again and swinging and hitting me. So yeah, you want to watch out for that. Most of the time, you kind of just want to parry her as she's reaching you with her dash, because usually she'll just swing. But sometimes I've had it happen where she's just done some like weird ass unreactable swings where she has not swung to like the last second, like millisecond. So yeah, you want to fight this boss really patiently, because if you do try like swinging too much, she will often punish you through one of two methods. Firstly, by just abusing how the vast majority of her moves just have a ton of iframes, so she'll just kind of take your attack and she'll just do a lot more by hitting you back. Or the more annoying one that's kind of just bullshit is a lot of time if you're M1ing her, she'll literally just dash out of it and then around you and probably hit you. So you can also stagger Gebura obviously by getting the like yellow bar under her health bar to 0. But a lot of the time she can still parry and or attack you during this, so I kind of just use this to pop my K-Corp ampule if I'm low. What I've mostly learned is you just want to really wait your turn while fighting her. Like, you want to parry her before you actually try to pull anything off or try to hit her, unless it's like certain situations like my low association crit, where it's really good for just hitting her as she approaches me. If you have something like that, you can obviously use that. If you do have a counter, you can really easily land it as she's like dashing towards you, because she'll usually just M1 and then you can use the counter to hit her. But if she does grid or split vertical, don't counter, because obviously it will just hit you and you're kind of screwed. A lot of the damage you will take from fighting Gebura is just chip damage, which can be really infuriating and there's often not much you can do about it. So my biggest tip for this boss that I've learned, if you want to have a fun time, just do it in a group of friends or just some random people, because yeah, it's really just not fun to try to solo. So yeah, that's been my Gebura guide. Sorry that I didn't actually kill the boss, and I'll probably try again soon, maybe with some friends, or if Dard actually nerfs her, which I heard he was going to, but I don't know if he actually will. If she does get nerfed, I'll probably try her again. And I'm still trying to get that roll and guide out. I'll probably give him one more attempt actually fighting him, because I've literally only fought him once, and he's a lot easier. But if I can't get another roll and fight, I'll probably just release the video off the footage I have. Yeah, that's been this video. If you really enjoy my content or you just like me, please subscribe. It really helps, because, well, obviously I'm a small channel. But yeah, bye bye.